Hello again, everybody. We are ready to get into the second half of this concert. For our first act in the second half, we will be welcoming back 3 performers you've already seen this evening. We are going to have Nina Kent performing a dance to the Gojwa with Morgan and David Meuse. So welcome them up. I have to give Nina a shout out. She had an injury to her foot back in November, and she has just pushed through to be here to perform with us tonight, and we are so grateful for her and all of our performers. Enjoy the second half of the show.
How's everyone doing? All right. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. All right. Nabigachi gente stamente suquachi, tropicachi gente stamente suquachi. Nabigachi gente stamente suquachi, tropicachi gente stamente suquachi. Now Jadaskido, keys of Asteriago, Jadaskido, keys of Asteriago, Jadaskido, keys of Asteriago, Jadaskido, keys of Asteriago, Jua, and I go Jua, and I go Jua, and I get Jua, and I get Jua, and I get Jua, and I get Jua, and I go Jua, and I. Tropicachi gente stamente suquachi. Nabigachi gente stamente suquachi. Tropicachi gente stamente suquachi. Now Jadaskido, keys of Asteriago. Jadaskido, keys of Asteriago. Jadaskido, keys of Asteriago. Jadaskido, keys of Asteriago. Jua, and I go Jua, and I go. And I get what, and I get what, and I get what, and I get what, and I go to 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 what, and I get what, and I get what, and I get what, and I get what, and I go to 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 what, and I get what, and I get what, and I get what. And I get you, and I go to and Nina Kent, David Meuse, Isabella Samson, Ben Smith.
What an amazing performance. Thank you so much, everyone. On our next one, we are going to be welcoming Rudy Pacé. Rudy is a dedicated East Coast Canadian songwriter who has been compared to legends such as Townes Van Zandt, Bob Dylan, and Neil Young. He was born and raised in Cape Breton Island and currently resides in Halifax. His music includes hitting, brutal, honest commentary on very real issues, past and present, to heartbreaking folk blends that will relate to anyone who has been in love or has fallen out of it hard. Let's welcome Rudy.
How's everybody doing? Got a little setting up to do here real quick. plug her in. This first one's a brand new one. It's about the Cape Breton lifestyle, you know? Well, what it used to be, I suppose. It's called Steel and Coal. It's about, you know somebody that worked at the steel plant or a coal mine. My grandfather worked at the steel plant. And it's kind of what I imagined it was like, because I wasn't there. Digging dome and coal, working steel in the pier. Got something special cooking right over here. Got some musicians here in the kitchen. Come on down, you don't know what you're missing. Bring your fiddle and rosin the bow and soothe your soul from that steel and coal. I work myself to the bone. Day after day, there's just one more week till I collect my pay. The foreman sighs, get it off your mind. There'll be no daydreaming on the company's time, but I'm still thinking of quitting. Ice cold beer anywhere but here, far from coal and steel. I promised my old lady a night on the town. There's just 10 more minutes till that quitting whistle sounds. We're gonna move our feet to the rumble beat where the bands are playing down on Charlotte Street. And in the wee hours we'll stumble on home. I'll rest my bones from that steel and coal. Wish I had more time to kill, but I'll just waste my time in a deep dark mine, or I'll burn up in an old steel mill. 4 weeks and a month, 12 months and a year, there's just 9 short months till that stork gets here. And that'll be the time to greet you. I'll say, hello there, son, it sure is nice to meet you. Now I'm pinching my pennies, I'm cutting some deals. I'll need a family-sized raise from that coal and steel. 'Cause I had more than my fill of late nights and bar fights and drinking till I'm feeling ill. And some might say if it weren't up to fate, well, it never would have been my will. And now I'm changing my ways, learning to behave for the ones that made my world stand still. Days we're taking it easy, now we're gray and old, where the kids are grown and they got kids of their own. Well, it's hard to believe that the life we lead becomes a flash in the pan. It turns to memories, but I look back on it fondly, how the story's been told and how it all began with that steel and coal. Thank you very much. Got another one here. One more for you. This one's literally never played it before. That one I played a couple times. I lied to you. I played it a couple times, okay? But nobody was listening, so it doesn't count. This one I have not played at all. So I hope you like it. And thank you for having me, by the way. It's for a great cause. My sister got me on board. She's one of the people running it. Carla, she's playing the fiddle. Yeah. This isn't the song, by the way. I'm just tuning my guitar. 1,000 memories. You cross the dust, you'll find that southern sea. Lush green forest, you find frosty mountain peaks. Those sights to see were well within my reach. Found a loving creation, been cast within its quarrels. And when the storm clouds spit, they're absent of all morals. Find lamentations, you feel them in your bones. The fear of God, can't say I've ever known. Big temples made of stone, and now crumpled walls in Rome. To make room for the Pope who sits atop his throne. It takes time, but they'll all just come and go. I'd say I lost my way, strayed from the beaten path. Let's get one thing straight, ain't faith that I lack. You find strength in a verse from the Bible, prayer on a Sunday Mass. I'll find my God behind every blade of grass. I ain't saying that you're wrong. I just tend to the vine and I've witnessed for my own that fine and divine way in which they grow. It takes time, but the earth will take back what she's owed. It's a goddamn shame. It's sure to make you pine, like an ocean tide with the moon pulling on its reins. Well, you can try to hide from them sands of time, but the outcome's all the same. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you, Rudy. What a great show. Next up, we have Don and Margie Beaton, who came from a long line of Celtic musicians. Over the years, they have performed at concerts, ceilidhs, and festivals all around Cape Breton Island, mainland Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Scotland, Ireland, France, the United States, England, Brazil, and China. Now, isn't that impressive? Don is the artistic director of Celtic Colors, which is a huge international festival that takes place here in Cape Breton. The dates for this year are October 11th to 19th. And Margie is the director of school and marketing at the Gaelic College and helps to organize Kitchen Fest, which is also a festival that takes place from June 28th to July 6th. And both of them have amazing concerts all over the island. So mark your calendar for those two festivals, and please give a warm welcome to the Beaton Sisters Band. Thank you.
How's everyone doing now? Give it up for Margie and Don Beaton. Next, we would like to welcome to the stage Isabella Samson. Isabella has been making serious waves on the East Coast. A tasteful glimpse into the mind of a young woman navigating life, love, and the world around her. Isabella Samson has been recognized for her remarkable ability to captivate any crowd with her unique sense of humor and thoughtful lyrics, as well as the sweeping vocals she has become known for. Ladies and gentlemen, Isabella Samson.
Hello. How we doing? What do we think? Well, that's great. I'm joking. I heard it all from backstage and it sounded fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna start you off with a song that I wrote called Sunflower Seeds. And I wrote it kind of as a warning to any future boyfriends of mine about me. I like to think of myself as the kind of person to tell you my mind, but I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Sometimes it's better to be happy than right, so most times I'll give up in a fight, 'cause I'm better at losing than most people. But I'm fragile, you'll break me, and a band-aid ain't a remedy. I'll carry your troubles with me, but I can't leave mine behind. I'll let you into what I see, but it takes up all my energy. So love me like ecstasy, water me like sunflower seeds. I tend to lose who I am in the crowd, and I'm quiet till I figure them out, 'cause I can't stand the thought of them hating me. And time seems to pass like a bad kidney stone, and I'm crying as I'm driving home, 'cause the person they know doesn't live with me. But I'm fragile, you'll break me, and a band-aid ain't a remedy. I'll carry your troubles with me, but I can't leave mine behind. I'll let you into what I see, but it takes up all my energy. So love me like ecstasy, and water me like sunflower seeds. Like sunflower seeds. I'll let it in, 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 oh, I'll let it in, I'll let it in, oh, I'll let it in, 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 I'll let it in. But I'm fragile, you'll break me, and a band-aid ain't a remedy. I'll carry your troubles with me, but I can't leave mine behind. I'll let you into what I see, but it takes up all my energy. So love me like ecstasy, and water me like sun. Oh, I'm fragile, you'll break me, and a band-aid ain't a remedy. I'll carry your troubles with me, but I can't leave mine behind. I'll let you into what I see, but it takes up all my energy. So love me like ecstasy, and water me like sun. So love me like ecstasy, and water me like sunflower seeds. Like sunflower seeds. Thank you. So, a couple minutes ago, I was backstage with Margie and Dawn. What do we think of Margie and Dawn? I know. Yeah, I was backstage. I was talking to them, and I was telling them, we were talking about songwriting, and I was telling them how enjoyable I find it to write songs where I make fun of myself. So here's yet another song where I make fun of myself. This one's called "The World's Got It Out for Me," and I wrote it about one of those days where everything just keeps going wrong, and it's so frustrating that it's funny. Like, yeah. Do you guys like to sing? Okay, good. It's a little wordy, but you'll get it. Okay, repeat after me. Oh, the world's got it out for me. Oh, the world's got it out for me. I'm in a constant battle with insanity. I'm in a constant battle with insanity. I pray to God each night I'll find some clarity. I pray to God each night I'll find some clarity. 'Cause the world's got it out for me. You got it. That sounded great. Monday morning, my alarm spoiled a good dream. Oh, what a way to kick off the week. Boiled the water, had my teacup on the counter. Just open up a box of empty tea bags. Oh, the world's got it out for me. I'm in a constant battle with insanity. I pray to God each night I'll find some clarity. 'Cause the world's got it out for me. Nice. Just a sec. I left the house an hour later than I meant to. Hit every red light on the way. And that old gas station is closed for reparation. So I took the bus back home at 8. Oh, the world's got it out for me. I'm in a constant battle with insanity. I pray to God each night I'll find some clarity. 'Cause the world's got it out for me. You guys are great. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, this next verse I wrote in the bathroom at a show right before I was about to get up on stage because I wanted people to sing. They were a singing crowd just like you guys. And I only had 2 verses and it was a little bit too short. So, that's where the inspiration came from for this verse. Went to the washroom just to find a roll of nothing. So I turned the shower on instead. And when I walked in, everything felt kind of funny. When I looked down, my socks were wet. Oh, the world's got it out for me. I'm in a constant battle with insanity. I pray to God each night I'll find some clarity. 'cause the world's got it out for me. We gotta do that again, that sounded really good. Oh, the world's got it out for me. I'm in a constant battle with insanity. I pray to God each night I'll find some clarity, 'cause the world's got it out for me. 'Cause the world's got it out for me. Woohoo! That was so much fun. All right. Thank you guys so much for being so much fun and so cool. I'm going to play you one more song, and then I'm going to hand it off to the next person. But this one's called Crying Over You, and I typically write pretty depressing songs when I'm not making fun of myself. But I decided that I would make a not depressing one called Crying Over You. But it's about not crying. So, yeah, it's about stupid boys. Don't you give me no lame excuses, no more apologies or I'm gonna lose it. Acting stupid when we're talking it through, but if you like me like you say you do, then you better prove it. You talk about your ex like she's in the picture, and I've been getting texts that you've been out with her. That's the reason you ain't tying the knot, then I'll be sure to let your besties know that you ain't my mister. They say loving is a two-way street. If that's the case, then you've been falling asleep at the wheel, at the wheel. And I've been wondering if the problem is me, but I will people's socks right off of their feet. It's true, I'm done crying over you, 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 crying over you. I'm done crying over you. Now here's a couple things that I'd like to mention. I'm not your property, your own invention, but every now and then it kinda be nice if you could act like you know me like you do when it's midnight. You say loving is a two-way street. If that's the case, then you've been falling asleep at the wheel, oh, at the wheel. And I'm wondering if the problem is me, and I will people's socks right off of their feet. It's true, I'm done crying over you, 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 crying over you. I'm done crying over you. If you could only just close your eyes and give yourself a break, I know you'd find your way back home. But I've let it slide one too many times. Every second's precious, I can't waste them sitting all alone, crying over you, 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 crying over you.
guys so much. It was so much fun.
Am I good to unplug yet?
So our last performance of the evening, it needs no introduction. We'll have Morgan Toney joining us on the stage again. A little bit about Morgan. He's both a third-year BACS student at Cape Breton University, an award-winning musician from Mamacook First Nation. His community has taught him the important Mi'kmaq teachings, which he's integrated both in his studies and in his songwriting. Morgan was recently, which you probably know, has been nominated for a Juno Award this year. That's crazy. We're all so proud of Morgan. He's nominated for this Juno Award for his Traditional Roots Album of the Year. Morgan hopes to inspire positive change through his music, is passionate about preserving the Mi'kmaq language. So let's welcome to the stage Morgan. I wanted to let everybody know that we'll be announcing the total that we've raised tonight after Morgan's performance. So stick around if you'd like to find out how much. You're going to find out at the same time as us. None of us know how much yet. So enjoy the last performance of the night.
One more time for a wonderful group, everyone. Play it forwards to our volunteers, to Sarah, to everybody who's involved with this. Malcolm, give it up for our wonderful sound guy on sound, Malcolm, everybody. Chris Jones, Matthew. And I'm joined tonight by Margie Beaton. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to welcome back our group. Play it forward. Give it up for Margie Beaton, too.
Thank you, Morgan. That was fantastic. We were all tapping our feet backstage. All right. So first of all, we want to share with you that we are humbled by the overwhelming support that we've seen here tonight. We're excited to share with you the amount we've raised, and Sarah's going to bring it down.
Can we get a round of applause? Kind of like
A drum roll.
Drum roll. Who's it going to?
Yeah, Ben said, can we open it like it's the Oscars? Oh. Yeah. All right. So the grand total is $1,905. That's amazing. That's going to allow us to help several students, which is like we've surpassed our goal, and we couldn't be more grateful. Woo. Oh, I have yours. All right. So let's have a huge round of applause for our performers, Morgan Toney, Ben Smith, Isabella Samson, Kyle MacNeil and his music students, Bria Kelly, the Foresters dancers, Dawn and Margie Beaton, Ryan MacNeil, David Meuse, Nina Kent, Rudy Pacé, and for Brianna for doing a great job emceeing tonight. Thanks everybody for donating their time and sharing with their incredible talents with us. We stand here together before you filled with immense gratitude and profound appreciation. Tonight we experience the amazing power of music, community, and the spirit of generosity. On behalf of Cape Breton University and our Community Action Project, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to our performers for the lovely tunes and steps, and send a huge thank you out to our special guests, Associate Dean of the School of Arts and Social Sciences, Chris McDonald, who joined us here tonight, and Lori-Ann Sylvester, the Dean at Unama'ki College. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules to join us here tonight.
I just have a little bit more of a thank you. We want to say thank you to Todd Hiscock and the Baltimore Theater, the crew, for donating the space and the lighting for our show. To Chris Jones and Mac Ingram for taking time to film the event for us. To Malcolm McMullen for making us all around so great. Sound is everything at a concert. To the team of CBU Marketing and Communications for helping us promote the event, and Wendy Bergfeldt for taking the time out and interviewing us on CBC Radio. Thank you to SchoolsPlus and staff for helping distribute applications for our students to apply to receive the funds, and to Long and McQuaid for their donation and support for our initiative. Thank you to the staff at Unama'ki College for their support and guidance while we navigate this process, and to our colleagues in the BACS program for their feedback during our planning and processing, and the volunteers volunteering their time to help with the 50-50 in the backstage tonight. Thank you to CBU residents for sponsoring Play It Forward and making it as a residence event. We want to say a huge thank you to our instructor, Sarah McCrae, for her guidance and support. Sarah does an excellent job in encouraging her students in making meaningful connections in their classroom. It was a lot of fun getting to work with Sarah in our community action project.
So many people involved in this, so thank you to everybody. We're going to bring everybody back up on stage. Oh, yes. I also want to thank Michelle, who did some photos for us tonight, and Shane up here, Wilkie, who did some photos for us tonight, too. And we wanted to throw out one more thing. We have the event filmed, so our plan is to do a stream of it on Facebook in the next week or so, where people will have a chance to watch it from home and an opportunity to donate to a link through there as well. So another chance to watch the show and share it with people who may not have made it out tonight. Through Play It Forward, we've not only raised funds to support Indigenous youth, but we've also raised an awareness surrounding this initiative and inspired hope for the future generation of musicians. We hope to see more Indigenous representation in our arts, and this is one step in that direction, so thank you. Let's keep the music playing and the spirit of community alive.